All right, welcome, colleagues. This is the 31st edition of the tips and tricks. So welcome. We have to start. We have to start now, so that we'll have sufficient time to cover all we need to cover today. So as usual, I would send it to your breakout session. We are looking at networking today. Look at networking. You must be collegiate. This is very important discussion. This is very important discussion. Are you seeing my screen? Emman, can you confirm to me?
Yes, right.
Do you see double presenter, just normal presentation?
Yes, presentation mode.
It's from presentation mode, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so networking or another way is collaboration is very important for career, scientific career, career development, and so on and so forth. So we need to try to exhaust the issues we need to discuss today. Okay, so please take a picture of this.
Right, your voice is far away. Your
My
voice is slightly far away.
It's far away. I'm not sure what happened. I have the ear.
Now it is.
It's better now. Okay.
Now good.
So yeah, so please take a picture of this because you may not know the group you find yourself is going to be automatic assignment to the breakout session. So please take a picture of that. And usually it is that the groups go out and then they discuss the topic assigned to them, and they will appoint one person who will come and within 1 minute give a summary of what the group has discussed. So please take a picture of this, and then I will send you to your breakout sessions now. Okay. Let me, yeah. Okay. All right, so there will be 3 groups. And automatic assignment. So I will call you back in 15 minutes time. So please, the groups are open now, and you can join your own group. The presentation is still on the screen, so you can take a picture if you are not taking. All right, welcome everyone. Let's go to who is presenting for group number 1. Just raise your hand, and I will. Okay, I have Samuel. Yes, please unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Prof. Yeah, I have Samuel. Well, I'm in group 1, but unfortunately, we had our group converging very late. But what we were able to discuss, was that some of us, someone like me, I belong to a professional group, which I regard as the society of my field, which I think extension, Society of Nigeria, as well as rural sociology, Society of Nigeria. And of course, this group, this professional body has somehow in the last 5 years that I've joined, has actually helped me to grow.
So,
hello?
Are you done?
No, sorry. I had a network issue. So it has helped me to grow. And I know with networking with other affiliations internationally, we can be going further. And that's what we were able to discuss before the time runs out. Thank you.
So you didn't discuss the point in the question.
Well, we're unable to discuss the points because we converged very late within the group.
Okay, let's go to group number 2. Who is presenting? Is that Patricia? Okay. Please go ahead.
The last speaker joins at the last minute. Before he came in, we had converged, but nobody was talking. I was like talking alone, nobody was talking. Some people said they were at work.
My goodness. So there was no
another person who
networking
joined
in your group.
Has never belonged to a network. And then I too, for some time, I didn't belong to any. I kept asking questions to those who had been there before me. And we created a forum online, performing artist teachers. And one of us who has been in the field for many years, a professor, came up with the idea of a journal, which is running.
Let me stop you there. Group number 1. I wouldn't allow 2 people to speak for group number 1. Let's go to group number 2. Group number 2, who is speaking for you? All right. I have 2 hands. I have Ellen Breeze, Tueche, and Jerita. Let me unmute yourself, Alan. Let's see. Are you the one speaking for group number 2? Please unmute yourself and speak. You have muted yourself again.
All right. Is it okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm Alain Bikiche from Cameroon. I'm PhD student. Yes. Today is my first day to join this event, Trip Artist. Yeah, I just joined as see just 1 month. Yeah, 1 month that I joined this group. But since 1 year, I follow you. Okay. I'm going to care what we do in our group, about our question related to the fact that there is no challenge, no complaint, everything is okay, the group work excellent. What is the secret? Okay. After work together, we think the secret is the fruit of experience of the group. That means a long-term cooperation, a understanding of culture of each one, the weakness and the strength of the group. That means probably in the past, group used to face to some problem, but with the time, they understand that in order to be productive, in order to be competitive, it's important to be focused on the shared goal of the unit. This is the first secret of the group. Other secret is about friendly relation among the group with the time that they stay together. Another aspect is about the tolerance or the diligences of each other. Yes, these are the three elements.
So is there
that
anyone,
we mentioned.
Ellen, is there anyone in your group that has experienced this type of situation? Perfectionist networking. Is there anyone in your group that is belonging to such a network? All right. Okay. Ellen is not speaking. Let's go to the group number 3, please. Group number 3. Who is present for group number 3? Ahmed Abdul.
Good afternoon, Prof.
Good afternoon.
In our issue data task in the group, we talk about challenging that how could we make a good network and very efficiently and being productive. And he discussed that our group, what we are just outcome of that's discussing. We discussed that first, we have to think that it's not easy to make a good collaborations with a network. You have to make a good list about what you have, the missions and the visions of what exactly that you want, and then you make a list of the network that you want it. Second, you have to make the good, the same discipline and the same thing that you need it, and the same interesting area, and you target the institute or the area or the any stuff that you need it. Then also we talk about we need the guidance and monitoring, that how to make a professional network. You can ask someone that he make this before you, and then he guide you. The first one you told that, and second one, and you guide it like what the SFI that he do right now. And then you have to have skills about the skill tool to make a presenting about what you wanted, and expectation that you wanted, and what exactly that you need from this network, and what exactly the outcome that you needed, and what the benefit, and how good we are just being collaborated in this area.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop you there, group number. But don't mute yourself. So is there anyone in your group that is facing the situation this guy in group 3 is facing? I have tried joining, having a professional network, but I fail each time. Nobody seems to understand my needs. My needs and expectations do not seem to align. So I suspect it wouldn't work. Is there anyone who is experiencing or has experienced such in your group? Did you discuss that?
We face a problem like that. We are, for example, for me, I just joined in the last minute, but the groups, as what he mentioned, I guess he have an experience about some struggle and some problem he faced. He make a connection.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Okay. See, this is networking tips and tricks. It is networking tips and tricks, and I tell you, the most successful scientists and the most successful professionals are those who network. Are those who network. That is a secret. And the first secret of success as a scientist. Well, let me qualify it to say the most successful scientists or professionals are those who network well. Yeah. That is the best way. Not just networking, because many people have different meanings of networking. You know, hanging out. Those who network and network well, who follow the rules, who know what is required, who go to the table with the prescriptions. Otherwise, it's not useful. But I tell you, networking takes your career to another level. I mean, if you understand that, you can just give me a thumbs up there, actually. But what is it? I was just checking around and I liked these two definitions from Columbia University and Investopedia. The process of making connections and building relationships. Networking can take place in a group or one-on-one setting. The process of making connections and building relationships. This is important. So there is that making and there is that building. There is that making and there's that building. So it's creating and nurturing. All right? There is a saying that no one is an island. And there's also a saying that it takes two to tango. if you are not up to two, then it means that you're just dancing, isn't it? All right. The exchange of information and ideas among people with a common profession or special interest, often in an informal social setting. People who have common needs. Who have common needs. Not the color or the size of their suits, but they have common needs. They want to develop and become better in their career. Always I check synonyms. And when I was checking synonyms, something really captured my attention. The first one here is strongest matches for networking when you take it as an interchange, okay? The first one here is give and take. My goodness. That was so powerful when I saw it. You see, the problem many people have in not having fruitful networking or getting the result of networking is that they only go to take. And if you have a generous one who always gives, he also doesn't benefit from it because there's nothing he takes back. It's a give and take. It's like what you do in the other room. You understand? Okay? Nobody cheats the other. It's give and take. But if your motivation is I want to join here so I can be better. I want to join here so I can publish. I want to join so I can do research. And then when meetings are set up, you go late. When conversations are brought, you're looking at your time. When they will finish? And when it's time to be included in the paper, you come out. Yes. No. Give and take. We are talking about career development. As some benefits, it allows access to new information. Yeah. There's shared knowledge. And if you're keen to learn, you will get new information. Actually, information that can be transformational. It raises your personal profile. I have benefited from it. It can help advance your career. You see, all of these, I have seen them first. And that is why you can't. There is a platform, one of my research projects here, a platform we are building. It's called Breathe Sweden. Breathe Sweden. And in the last few years, we have established something that's never been done in Sweden. But the power of that is the strength of majority. We have been collaborating with a group, just two of us collaborating here. We say, no, this is not enough. We need to create a platform where we bring everybody together. And I tell you, this autumn, we have been applying for grants. And I'm just asking myself, the ideas that are shooting out, just coming together, it's so that we have never thought about some of these things before, but just coming together, the ideas flying here and there, and we can apply to as many grants as possible. Why? Because it's coming together. It can help advance your career. It can help to build your confidence. Yes. In the platform we have built now, we have young researchers and we have working groups in this consortium we have built. And what we have decided is the leads of those working groups, let's give it to the junior ones, and we can mentor them to develop, to have leadership qualities to develop themselves. All right, establishes a pool of references, develops lasting relationships, I tell you. All right, it can continue, increases your visibility, can build a professional support system, as I've just said, mentorship, as I just said. You can get constructive feedback from your peers. There's a saying, in the multitude of counsel, there is what? There is safety. In the multitude of counsel, there is safety. But in isolation, you wither just with time. All right? You have access to more information that has been said before, and then you can fine-tune your social skills, professional skills, soft skills, hard skills. Just by sitting down around that table, you have 20 people, and I tell you, in a meeting of 2 hours, if you're a young person, if you're a young researcher, a young scientist, a young professional, there are some skills that are unintentionally generated just in a network. Why network in science? Science is the greatest collective endeavor. That is UNESCO. I like this so much. It says it's the greatest collective endeavor. That is one of the reasons why networking is important. We can't do it alone. There's nothing you can do alone in science. There's nothing whatsoever. And so some of you who will go, they are publishing and you want to write, I just want to be the author only. I've had a situation where they say, oh, you know, the PhD student or the master student or the bachelor student finish their thesis and the supervisors take over. No. It's the greatest collective endeavor. A genius never works alone. This was powerful when I saw it. We may be thinking other way around, isn't it? that, well, I know a lot of things. I know many things. I know it all. So I just keep my cool. I don't reach out to anybody. I just keep myself. A genius never works alone. We are made by those around us. Collaboration is a key driver of science and innovation. And today, we have taken it to another level. University-industry partnership, science-public relationship, science-government relationships. Collaboration is a key driver of science innovation. Scientific goals sit at the center of the collaborative effort. That is the National Institute of Health in the US. All right, it sits at the center of collaborative effort. All right. Working together can make research stronger. Are you hearing me? Are you all hearing me? Emmanuel Ajibala, you can speak. Can you let me know whether you hear me? You hear me? Great. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Working together can make research stronger. That is American
Brian.
Psychological Association. And the scientist says, when scientists collaborate, science progresses. Behind every successful scientist, there is another scientist. That is another way we used to say it. But we are among scientists now. We are not saying that one. Behind every successful scientist, there is another scientist. It means that no scientist is made by himself or herself. It has never happened. It will never. So, in essence, networking becomes an ingredient of success in science. So if you want to be successful, then you need to network. If you want to fail, then don't network. Just close your doors and tell us your story in the next 15 years. How do you build it? Identify your goals. Many of us don't know our goals. What are your career goals? We're just wandering from place to place. If we hear this sound, we dance to it. We hear the other sound, we dance to it. Then we become a confused entity that is blown by every wind that comes. No, you need to sit down and think, how do you define your career goals? What is your career goals? Identify it. What are your interests? Every person has that. Even the children who are in the school, they have aspirations. It is when you can identify, then you can be guided. But you need to identify. And once you have done that, then begin to look at your existing contact. Your schoolmates, your former colleagues, your current colleagues, professional acquaintances here and there. Begin to leverage on those. Get closer to them. Begin to discuss your worries, your expectations, the things you want to do. These are candid discussions. Of course, as we saw in the definition, it's done in an informal way. It's not something you go and you go to the mirror and put on your suit. you check, oh, this one doesn't fit today. Let me take it off and take another one. No, it's something that you do with a spirit to connect, to grow more informally. Then start the conversation. Once you identify the contact, intimate them on your desire to learn and grow. There must be a desire to learn and grow. There must be a desire to become a better you. There must be that desire. So start a conversation. Go to events. Look for events that help you to expand. Training events, boot camps, conferences. Well, I don't want to mention ASFI at this stage, but go to events. You know what I'm talking about. I encourage my students to go to events, go to conferences, far and near, because there's something that touches you. All right? It's an impartation service that happens. Go, find opportunities just to listen. Find opportunities just to engage. You see, the more you do that, I tell you, go back to where you're working before, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. The more you do that, you go, and you're speaking, they're wondering. There's an experience that you generate that becomes part of you. Look for events. It doesn't matter how big they are, how small. Many of us are looking for big events. Okay, no problem. You want big names? Go to events. Start small. Rome was not built in a day. A journey of 1,000 miles starts, they say, with a step. You know, often this is where many of us make that mistake. You have not started walking like the little baby. You want to run. Take it easy. One step later. One step at a time. I tell you, networking is a strategic endeavor. It's not a blind date. Networking is a strategic endeavor. It's not a blind, of course, there are some blind dates that they are not really blind, they are already strategic, you know, how some guys can really put the system and get you on board, and we'll call it blind date. But you see, networking is not a blind date. Your eyes are wide open. You know what you want because you've identified your goals. You know where you're going. So you begin to build on that. Join professional organizations. We have been calling people join ASFI. People prefer to go to Chicken Republic and spend the money used to raise up for ASFI and stay for a whole year and get different benefits. They go to Chicken Republic, they finish the first, they say, please another one. And so before you leave Chicken Republic, you have eaten ASFI annual fees. Triple that. Join professional organizations. It's a place to connect. It's a place to expand. It's a place to increase your visibility. Have online presence. Yeah, this is where problem is. You belong to Facebook, you belong to LinkedIn, you belong to ResearchGate, people become confused. And then people don't differentiate between professional conversations and social conversations. They don't differentiate between professional, trying to strategize what I'm talking about, and you can go to a place and you don't know that is an open market that you can get naked. And when you get naked and they see your nakedness, what happens is that people become careful about you. So many of us will go and we throw every dish open there. No. Remember, you need to be strategic in your conversation, And how you relate, you need to be strategic. It's not every conversation you get into because you know where you are going. You know where you're going. Bring along your own story. We like to hear a lot of story of other people. All right? Bring along your own story. Always carry your own story. It doesn't matter how it looks. Sometimes you are intimidated by, and that is why you need to start small by small, step by step. Start from where you can be confident to tell your own story. All right? So bring along your own story. What I said, it takes two to tango. Don't just go just to listen to others. Say, oh, this guy speaks. Oh, no, find a way to also have your own story. And one way you can do that is to be observant of your own growth. Be observant of your own growth. And then follow up and keep in touch. Once you have established contact, follow up and keep in touch. All right, reach out to them. When can we meet next time? What can we discuss next time? Plan it very well. Plan it very well. And this is important. Yeah, the last thing, which I've been mentioning all this while, be strategic. Lay the right foundation. Build a value system. Develop your soft skills, your hard skills. Be humble. This is the way to nurture it. It's something you go with your two eyes open. All right? There are some attitudes as well that you need to be aware of in networking. Time is money. In Nigeria, they call it in River State. There's a state called River State where I grew up. In those when I was small, there's a song they used to sing, "Time na money, oh, time na money." And I didn't understand what that means until I became an adult. My goodness. Many people lose money just going late to event. They lose lots of money just going late to events. I'm not talking about dollars. I'm talking about pounds. I'm talking about euros. Okay? That is paper. Well, that is physical. Because your attitude with time can open a wealth of connections that will transform your life for good. So please make punctuality your next of kin. Treasure it. Treasure it. Always be prepared for each contact. Anticipate what is coming and get ready for it. Because it helps your learning, it helps your contribution, it helps the network. Don't be the baby that always needs to be carried along. I don't understand. And be prepared before each meeting, before each contact, before each conversation. Get yourself acquainted. What am I going to discuss? What are we going to discuss? What can I bring in? And so on and so forth. Add value to the process. Those who add value are more likely to last than those who do not. You see, the tasks I gave to different groups, those experiences are real experiences. People go. Many people get frustrated from the network because they go to get. They don't prepare to give. And I say here, let not your contribution be just sharing flowers. And you know what that means? You are the gossip guy. You are the gossip girl. You know, have you heard what happened? You run to the other room. Have you heard what happened? Goodness me, I tell you, you will be in that position for a long time. Every system has a way. They will, of course, listen to you. But I tell you, every system will have a way to put you in your space. So please bring value. Stop sharing flowers. Well, I didn't say you shouldn't share flowers, but don't share flowers too much. All right? Add value. Competition can be healthy. Energize the team. Be competitive. Not competitive to drive someone out, but competition that can support the process and ginger people to do their best. That's an attitude that is important. Body language. Maintain good eye contact. Always have appropriate approaches. Have respect. Seek feedback politely. You know, there's nothing in this world that is new. Nothing whatsoever. Well, unless the robots taking our jobs from us. But they have been there for some time anyway. The tips and tricks. Network is not an old boys club. It's based on voluntary collaboration and the principle of reciprocity. Reciprocity. It's not a protection of interests of old boys. My God. Well, let's keep that. No. It's a place where you collaborate to grow. It's a place that brings people with common interests together. It is give and take. I've said that before. Give time and patience to reach. Give time. We have talked about patience here. Give time and patience to build your network. Have realistic goals. Be realistic about what you want to get. Be realistic about where you are currently and where you want to get to. What it means to be realistic is to know who you are, to know your capabilities, to know where you are, to know the road you're going. All right? You know, you can't say, oh, no, I want to be like this guy in Cambridge, and you are in the University of Zamfara in Nigeria. My goodness. My goodness. So please be realistic. Because that guy in Oxford or Cambridge or Harvard, the things he has that you may never have. So please be realistic. Big and small names are useful. We call it horizontal and vertical contact. Many of us are looking up only. No, you're going on the way, you're looking up. Now I want to get that guy. And then you don't see those around you that can actually become the step you climb to go to that guy you're going to. Don't overtly focus on big contact and neglect the small ones. They both have their roles. Go for both, horizontal and vertical contact. Meaning, never you underestimate anybody. Focus on common goals. It's not all about you. It's about a common adventure. I am because we are. That is what FC network. Don't be another person's praise singer. Some of us are always. Be communicative. Develop communicative skills. Talk and listen. Talk and listen. Talk and listen. Let people be attentive, understand people's situations. And that can come only when you can listen to them. All right? Practice makes perfect. Develop your soft skills. I've said that before. Attend meetings and conferences. Get involved in skill building programs. Be patient to learn and apply. I tell you, when you do this, you open the door for greater heights. There will be no frustration. This is what I call a strategy. SFI is a networking platform. You know, I've not talked so much about SFI. Because when I was going through this, I discovered that SFI has everything that you need to have a fantastic and excellent network, to grow. What? Maybe you are doubting me. Let me go through. SFI courses, we talk about exposures that will support your growth, develop your skills. All SFI courses are embedded with networking opportunities. What happens in each course? It is meant that you will have to collaborate. Each course, you have to work in groups. And by the time we finish each course, you see that people have already established connections that they didn't hope to get when they were joining the course. Some of those connections they have never met before. The tips and tricks, some of you have met in the groups now. You share contacts. And this is one of the avenues to establish a network. The science seminars, the same. All right? The same. The projects, SFI projects, they require collaboration because people work in groups and they do this over and over and over weeks, over months, over years. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The General Assembly, that's what I just mentioned. Well, the world we live, you have to, the economists call it opportunity cost. So instead of paying for the membership fee where I go to Chicken Republic, I have to make a choice. But you have the senior and junior assemblies that offer network opportunities. We have the match mentoring as well as a network opportunity to grow together and build a supportive career. And then we have the annual conference and boot camp. The second edition is already in November. A month from now, we'll be landing there. If you have not registered, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. But if you want to grow, please. And then finally, the ASFI Scholar. I don't know how many people here have signed up for that. It's a ASFI global community that gives and provides opportunity for networking. We're still having some developments there. We'll fine tune. Hopefully, before the first quarter of next year ends, we'll be showcasing you some things you can do within this platform to maintain connection and collaborate. All right, some quotes about networking. The currency of free networking is not greed, but generosity. Remember, I talked about give and take. Networking is an investment in your business. It takes time, and when done correctly, and yield great results for years to come. Yeah, trust me, that is true. Networking is marketing. Marketing yourself, marketing your uniqueness, marketing what you stand for. Networking is not about just connecting people. It's about connecting people with ideas, and people with opportunities. The successful networkers I know, the ones receiving tons of referrals and feeling truly happy about themselves, continually put the other person's needs ahead of their own. I tell you the truth. And I learned this secret when I was at the high school. I loved maths. And at the time, my teacher told me, Bright, you're disturbing me so much. I will give you 30%. That's all I give you. The other 70% go. But I discovered something, that the more I coach my classmates, the better I become. I said, wow. And so I opened the opportunity to support. I look out for people who don't understand. And I tell them what I understand. And the more I tell what I understand, the more I got it wrong, the more I go and put myself in order, the more I know and learn it. It says, those who continue to put the needs of others ahead of their own. That's all I have for you today. And I hope you have picked one thing or the other from this. Sorry, I've taken longer time, but I wanted to take it slowly to finish it, because in terms of scientific productivity, in terms of growth, in terms of feasibility, in terms of doing well, networking is something you cannot overlook or take for granted. The second edition is flexibility. Resilience makes you strong. When? I don't know. So that is why I don't have the date there. Because our conference is the same week as the tips and tricks in November. So it is probably going to be that I don't bother you, because by the time we finish the conference, we all may be tired, even though I know someone is saying now, let's have it. There's no problem. We will not be tired. After all, we'll just be watching on our computer. But yeah, we'll come back to that. Okay. On Sunday, we have the seminar series, the multi-power of date seeds, making a difference in Africa's health. And as we have spoken now, is a place you need to come to get, even if it's one thing, an idea. Okay, so please come and support our sisters. Let's see what she's doing with date seeds. All right. If you have not registered, my colleagues have been putting the information on the chat box. So please register and join. Register and join. Yeah, the key highlight of the conference, we have keynotes, panel discussions, bootcamp workshops, oral and poster abstract presentations, group projects, my career, my story, voices from Sudan, prizes and awards, ASFI women, and many, many more. Don't be told what happened. Be the voice that will tell others. And then you can see those programs there. Yes, we have a brand new course we have not given to you in SFI, and I know what we have discussed today, and actually the things we have been discussing in the tips and tricks this year are tied to this course. The art of science leadership. Do you want to be a leader? Well, some people will say, no, I don't want. But in that answer itself, you have already implicated yourself. Yes, for being a scientist, you're a leader. And so this course is free. All right? So there will be no choice to make between going to Chicken Republic and you can go to your Chicken Republic. This is just free. All you need is just to register and make yourself available for the course. Please spread the news. Spread the news. And then for the conference, for organizations, non-for-profit organizations that want to showcase what they are doing, we have sent this information out. It's until 31st of October before the opportunity is closed. So if you want to showcase your organization, so please send us the information we have required, and then we will create a page for you in the conference program for that. We did it last year, and the organizations that sent were happy for that. SFI Research Journal is still open for continuous manuscript submission. So please, the papers have been rolling, more are coming, and we're happy the way things are going. Our goal is to contribute meaningfully to the African research landscape. All right, thank you very much, colleagues, for joining us this afternoon. And I would just allow you to meet yourself if you want to unmute yourself, and if you want your face to be seen, that would be great. You can see mine here. I'm still the same guy. Thank you for coming, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Prof, for this rich lecture.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Prof.
Deep thanks for this very useful lecture. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Prof,
so
for
much,
always
Prof.
being there.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone, for now.